Instagram, Twitter or Facebook, then you may be aware of a campaign that I have started called #LetItDangle. Now, if you don't follow me there, then you might not know what I'm talking about. So let me explain. So #Dangle is a campaign highlighting the fact that the red cords in disabled toilets, changing rooms and hotel rooms are being tied up out of the way. Now, these red cords are actually there for disabled people to pull on in the case of an emergency, if they fall or if they need help. Now, these cords must be left dangling free all the way down to the ground, and they must not be tucked behind something or moved or tied up. So I started a little campaign called #LetItDangle. Now, the idea of the campaign is to highlight and raise awareness about these red cords and the fact that they must be kept dangling free. So I started my campaign, and since I started it over on Instagram, it has been shared hundreds of times and been shared by large accounts as well, which has been absolutely amazing. So if you are out and about and you find yourself in a disabled changing room or bathroom or wherever, and you find that these cords are being tied up, make sure to take a photo of it, explain why it needs to be kept free, and use the #LetItDangle. We need to get this snowball effect, because the more of us that talk about it, the more this issue is going to be highlighted and awareness will be raised. Now, I have been out and about recently and I visited a few disabled bathrooms. Some were okay, some passed and some completely failed. So let's have a look and see what happens. Okay, so I'm in my local McDonald's and the toilet in here is beautiful. It has been refurbished and it is perfect. Perfect size, everything. And look at this, look what I found. And someone has been here with one of the cards. Now, there's an amazing website called Ewan's Guide. I'll leave it linked down below. And on the website, Ewan makes these cards which you can order for free from the site. They can be sent to you, and these cards can be used to place on the cards, and on the card it says this cord must be kept dangling free for a disabled person to use it. It is still not free. Now, I'm not sure, should we go in there, put the card on and set it free, or should we leave it tangled up but put the card on? I think that we should set them free and then put the card on. I don't know. Right, here we go. M&S toilet moment of truth. Oh, it's free! It's free, but it is disgusting in here. So let's try that. Let's have a look at the next one though, because there's two. Right.
Someone in that one.
Is there someone in this one?
Yep.
Yeah. I think we do.
Leave that one.
Give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, currently in M&S. And the cord is dangling. Another one in M&S. And yes, points to Marks and Spencer. I visited 3 M&S toilets and all of their toilets were completely passed. They were all dangling free, which was really great.
Always check.
Yeah, because you never know if they're occupied or not. It's really hard to tell. So we're just going to see if the red cord has been left #LetItDangle. It has!
Wow. Look at that.
It's dangling free all the way to the bottom. So okay, it looks like I go to McDonald's a lot, but I promise you this was for research purposes only, the second one, and this one was free, so that's good. Primark. It's the moment of truth. No. It's a fail. Oh. It's a fail. The emergency cord. This was the second time it failed. I visited it previously with Daisy Bell. The photo's on my Instagram if you want to check it out. This time I went with my mum and my sister, and this was a disabled changing room downstairs, and it's been tied up, which was really annoying. I also went to speak to the guy behind the counter and tell him what had happened, and he was like, oh yeah, okay, I'll go and sort that out, don't you worry. Hold on, because you're going to find out later in the video exactly what happened. Okay, so I am at the Pizza Express. Here is the disabled toilet, and it's the moment of truth. Nice door. Nice it's a door to open. Okay. Well, I don't know if this is a pass or a fail, but there's actually no cord. See, there's maybe an emergency button, but no cord. And no room to really transfer because the bin is in the way. So the Pizza Express was a bit of an odd one for me. The door was really nice and easy to open, but as you can see, it's really pokey. There was no room to transfer, and there was no red cord at all. There was a little button on the side of the wall, but what happens if you fall on the floor? It's going to be very hard to get to a button, isn't it? That's high up on the wall. You've got to imagine if you've broken an arm or a shoulder, it's going to be almost impossible. So, yes, we are back in Primark, and we are back in the disabled changing room. And I told the guy who served us that the wire was tangled up, and he said, oh, it's probably the cleaners, and then he put it back. And he said, I'll go and sort it out now. And I watched him leave as we finished. We've come back, not to check it out, but we've actually wanted to get more stuff to try on after our lunch break. Oh. No, it's all right, Mum. And it's still tied up. Okay. Are we ever going to win this battle? In my favourite shop, Jack Wills, and here is the disabled changing room. But does it pass the test? Kind of. Does that count? It's just hooked over the rail. So here's an example of quite a good disabled changing room. There's lots of room in there. There's a few grab rails in this Jack Wills changing room, but it's been kind of put behind a rail, and that is a no-no. It must be free to dangle all the way down to the ground, and it must not be put behind anything.
So we are swimming currently in Flashpoint. And I thought that I would show you dun, 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 lovely disabled shower. But what is that, Daisy?
I have emergency call.
Yeah, and it's all pulled up. It even says there, pull cord in case of emergency. But yeah, if I was on the floor, I wouldn't be able to reach that.
I was really upset by Flashpoint, which is my local leisure centre. It's a brand new building and it has amazing access, so I was really disappointed to find that Flashpoint had tied this cord up, and it's actually tied up quite high. We're at the Holiday Inn, so I thought it would be quite interesting to check out the hotel toilet. Let's go and have a look. It is the moment of truth. Has it been left dangling?
Another dangler.
It's dangler. Oh, and look! Nice and big. It's not all the way to the ground.
Emergency panic alarm early, but it is.
But it's pretty. It's not bad. It's good. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it an 8.
It's completely dangling.
It is dangling, but it's not all the way to
So
the
you have
ground.
to give it 10.
What would you give it out of 10? Comment down below. So you can see the discrepancy here. The cord needs to be dangling all the way down to the bottom of the floor, so that if you are laying on the floor and you can reach out and just about pull on the cord. However, if the cord's not all the way to the ground and it's about 30 centimetres above the ground, like this one here, then it's going to be almost impossible for you to grab the cord. This was my local supermarket, and it is all enough. I mean, it is hanging free, but it is sort of tucked behind the bar and behind a bin. So I'll move it out and make sure it's nice and free. There we go. I've set it completely free now, so it's a little bit easier to get to. I set it free. I feel like someone on like the RSPCA program or something, setting the cords free. So as you can see, there's a real mixed bag of these red cords. Some are dangling free, which was really nice to see. Some were sort of just placed out of the way, and others were completely tied up, which is completely unacceptable. I was recently at a pub and I went to the disabled toilet there, and when I went in there, the cord was seriously tied up, and I thought I would do my good deed and I would set it free. And I was untying the cord, and as I was untying the cord, I set it off. So I quickly tried to make a quick, swift exit, but then this girl came up to me and to see if there was an emergency. I was like, oh no, sorry, I was just setting it free, and it went off, and she's like,
Oh yeah, sorry, we tie it up out the way because kids pull on them and it's really annoying.
I don't really like that excuse. They are there for a reason, and I feel that that's quite an ableist kind of view on the situation. What happens if someone loses a life over this, or is left in a really inhumane kind of state on the floor for a long period of time because they can't call for help and they're in extreme agony and have broken something? I just don't like that excuse. Now, the main reason as to why they're tied up is usually because cleaners have gone in there, they've cleaned, and they've just tied them up and they've forgotten to let them down. So if you are the owner of an establishment and you are responsible for a disabled toilet, please train your staff and let them know the importance of these red cords. Those are the main two reasons as to why these cords, I have found, have been tied up out of the way. The reason I really want to highlight this issue is because I don't want something bad to happen before it is taken seriously. Does someone have to be seriously injured, or worse, lose a life over this before it's actually taken seriously? I hope not. So when you are out and about, please make sure to take your photos, raise awareness, order some of those cards from Ewan's guide, and also make sure you use my hashtag #LetItDangle. Tag me as well at Wheelsnoheels so I can share the photo that you post, because the more we talk about this issue, the more we will get heard. I hope this video has been of use to you today and maybe highlighted this issue a little bit more, raised awareness of the importance of these red cords. Make sure to share this video, subscribe, thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one.